Hello and welcome back to my channel, beautiful people. For those who are new here, my name is Lydia and I am the Witch of Multirealms. I am now providing tarot readings for those who have been receiving signs and synchronicities from the spiritual team in the form of angel numbers. So today the reading is for those who have been seeing 1144 or 144. This is typically a number, they call this the chosen one numbers. There's a whole lot of literature about that. I will not go into details. If you want, you can Google what is the meaning of 144 or 144,000, the chosen ones. Okay, but I received information from spirit that it is a time to reach out to those who are walking the path to come into their higher calling. So this message today is, I would say the more specifically so is for those not just seeing 1144 or 144, but have also been feeling the urge to search for their purpose in life that is in many ways a form of serving the community and the collective. We are talking about raising and expanding the collective consciousness, coming into unity, and understanding the meaning of our place and existence in this cosmos, right? So, before I begin, let me remind everyone that this is a timeless reading. Whatever time you may find this reading, it means the message is looking for you as well. Also, this is a collective reading, so there will be parts where it will resonate for you and some will not, so you can leave the rest behind. And tarot reading is an advice, guidance, and a message communicated to you from spirit. So it is based off your current state of mind and energy, and whatever actions you might take in the future will definitely deviate the outcome to some degree. So please take what you resonate once again, and nothing is set in stone or absolute, especially things that are forecasted based on time. And therefore, do not be thinking that tarot is a set in stone outcome for you in the future. Okay, so I will be picking out 3 piles as usual using the Wild Unknown Tarot deck, and then I'll be presenting to everyone the 3 different piles, of which then when I entered into the reading, I will sort them into 3 timestamps in the description box below, where you can navigate intuitively to the pile that you want, or you can cross-watch all 3 piles. Okay, here we go. Spirit, please show us the 3 main theme or messages for today's group that's been seeing 1144 or 144. For the group that's been seeing 1144 or 144. Okay. First card. So for pile 1, first, this is the Hierophant. For pile 2, 10 of Wands. For pile 3, 4 of Wands. Okay, so I will be leaving these 3 piles and the respective readings in the timestamp below. I'll see you at your reading. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. This is for those who have chosen pile 1 and your significator card is the Hierophant. Of course, if you have been watching or you are familiar with the traditional tarot deck, the Rider-Waite deck, you will know that the Hierophant is one whereby this priest or reverend holy person is sitting on sort of like an elevated seat, like a, yeah, I won't say throne, but like an elevated seat. Okay, somebody of authority, of divine authority, sitting on a seat and then having two disciples, having two other monks at the bottom, sort of like receiving knowledge, respecting in reverence to this person. So that's a Hierophant, is also commonly known as the high priest. And in this case, the Hierophant is a black crow or raven holding a key with the thunderbolt in the back. And I think this image shows us a lot of how, from this image, we can gather that, you know, the raven being like in a lot of different cultures and mythology, the raven is a bird of huge amount of, let's just say, intelligence that is not only of this world, but intelligence that is also of the other realms. I see the raven and crow as a bird that is often the perceiving eye and the messenger of gods and deities, is the one that observe the world, observe the events that unfold, and they perceive that, sort of like, it's almost like they perceive it and then they have the intellect to understand what has happened. I feel very much like in the eyes of a raven and crow, they almost document the history of what happened. And in such, they become a very wise, witty, and discerning creature. So when I see this, and especially since the raven is holding a key, it's like key to the mystery of the universe. With the thunderbolt and lightning in the background, it shows a lot of like clarity. Like, it gives me a feeling that this creature is in itself very powerful because it possesses the knowledge that cuts through the fog, like the thunderbolt here, and holds the key to the mystery of the cosmos. Very, very interesting portrayal of the Hierophant here. We'll see. I am picking 2 to 3 cards, depending on what spirit gives me, from the let's see, what's this? Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards. I would like to understand from this deck what type of path many of us in the collective are headed towards. So we're talking about, for these in the pile one, what's the kind of path and skills that we carry with us. Okay? Spirit, please show us, for those in pile one, what we need to know, the kind of pathway, and skills and abilities that those have in pile one. Whoa, that's a lot. Any more? All right. Oh my God, we just got, okay. This is definitely very, very aligned with your significator card. Okay, first card we got is Earth Mother. Okay, and it says, feel loved and comforted, Earth Mother. Looks like it's a very nurturing kind of energy. Oh, there are 2 cards here. Also, we have 4. Wonderful. Seer, seeing beyond the current situation. Wise One, grow within your current situation. High Priest, intend and create. So the High Priest, like I mentioned, is also is literally the Hierophant himself. So there is a huge amount of synchronicities and association that we're seeing in these cards here. Just so we know, this is gender fluid. We're not talking about anybody is in particular a male or female here, whether the terminology being used or the imagery, as you have seen, could be male or female. But we're talking about masculine energies or feminine energies here. So the High Priest, the Hierophant, although masculine energies could very much refer to females, and Seer being female, Earth Mother, female, all that does not necessarily mean that this is only for ladies, and this could also be for males. So I'm going to be taking cards from the traditional Rider-Waite deck and see what Spirit has to say. I'd like to understand more about the message that is being shared with everyone here today. Spirit, please guide us and give us the message that you have with regards to this group. Okay. Okay, so I'm guessing that for a lot of you who has chosen pile 1, a lot of you are very emphatic individuals to begin with. From this Earth Mother and Seer, there is in fact with a strong amount of feminine energies here. There are a lot of you who are already very intuitive individuals, and I can say having your third eye and your heart chakra are probably the most awakened for it might not, I've not done the other 2 piles, so I cannot say in comparison, but as of now, I can say that there's a strong sense of open third eye chakra, strong heart chakra, and in fact also strong crown chakra. Okay, we're talking about the alignment of the chakra from the heart and upwards. For quite a few of you, you are already probably sorry, excuse me. For a lot of you, you're probably already in a space whereby you provide some form of care and nurturing to the people around you. You are, maybe people most likely will say that you're the type that shows a lot of motherly character about you. Not that you are actually a mother of somebody. Maybe you are, but it's more important to note that you have like the ability to provide for the people around you in a form of like giving emotional support, giving care and love, and a very nurturing vibe. In fact, at the same time, you come across as somebody who's very wise, somebody who gives very good advice to help people navigate the difficulties in their life. Perhaps you already are a healer. Perhaps. And it feels a lot like you are walking that path and going into a space whereby you are naturally drawn to providing people that kind of inner strength and give people the clarity and help people, in fact, even build strength if they do not have their own strength. When I say you're like a nurturing mom, and like you have strong feminine energies, it's not even from like you're a softie or any sort. It's really not like that. It's actually strong feminine energies. You provide from the perspective of a protective mother, but also the gentle gracefulness of a nurturing mom who helps those who needs it soothe the difficulties that they are going through. And it is not just with plenty of love and kindness, but it is also with your wisdom and your own intuition that you are actually able to help people see and navigate the difficulties that they are going through, and then grow through their adversity. I see here from your cards that Spirit is saying, you give people hope, you help people let go of what they no longer serves them. So again, I like to emphasize that I think for a lot of you, you are healers, you're walking the path of being a spiritual healer, or you are probably some kind of like work that is related to being a therapist or a counselor really suits you. Work that is to help, even I might even say that it suits you if you are some kind of therapist that help people let go of their own shadows and their own challenges. You know, if let's say somebody has always had a character trait that they might be unable to navigate on their own, right? Like maybe it's just it's a character thing. It's obviously all character related flaws that we might develop down the road in our life. A lot of it are brought on by maybe some learned effects through our youth, through our childhood. And I think it's safe to say that one of the strengths that you have is to help people know what path to take, what road to choose, what choices to make for themselves in their lives, and navigate away from their own lack and difficulty, and help to let go of anything that is impeding them on their own path and journey. You help people open up their mind to a fresh new perspective of how to seek purpose in their life, because you are the very person who demonstrates, almost like a teaching by setting an example. You are the very kind of person that already show that you possess the ability to transmute difficult situations. So what I see here is very much a person stepping into the space of becoming one who can teach and guide and coach others. Like the High Priest here, which is aligned with the Hierophant, intending and creating a set of ideologies and methods in spiritual practice to help those navigate the situations they're going through. It is, in summary, this is the work of an alchemist. Okay, in summary, this is the work of an alchemist. And I know this acutely because I am one. It's almost like I'm doing this reading for myself. So I don't want to say it, but it actually kind of is. And I saw like the way Spirit throws these out at me and say this to me. And I'm like, okay, are you trying to have me talk about myself now? Okay, never mind. It is weird as it is. I just want to say, for a lot of you choosing Power 1, Spirit is saying that your ability lies in these areas. You're emphatic. One of your core abilities is definitely to, it's clear sentience. It's the ability to feel how others are feeling. It's a deep level of empathy. You know, there's empathy whereby most of us have varying degrees of empathy, you know. And if you do not want to see empathy as a kind of superpower, fine. It's okay. But, you know, just as a human being, when you literally have a heart and you feel for someone, you have sincerity and emotions, you will have empathy to some degree because it is wired in us, right? And then, of course, some people have less. Now, then some people have it at such an acute level that they understand without having to even reach further, like they can enter the room and sense somebody's not having a good day in, let's say, a room of 10, 20 people. Some are at that level. Like if they go to a friend gathering, like a place where they have met all 10 people, let's say they are all friends, and then they can enter a room without having to hear a single word. They can tell who's had a bad day or have been having troubles and need to talk to them about it. So that's one type of empathy, clairsentience. And then that's also mixed with perhaps telepathy and claircognizance, because sometimes people receive this kind of preemptive information about somebody, which is delivered by Spirit, you know, and then we go into a space where we can then help reach out to that person and give them the support they need. So, and then some of you might even have the empathy at a level whereby you touch a person or you hug a person or you speak to the person just by coming into the close proximity of their energy. You can feel what they're going through or the situation they're going through and thus be able to help. So I can see that for a lot of you in this group, you naturally have that ability or you're developing that ability. Now, the other thing is talking about how your third eye is open. So there is this other thing that you guys in group 1 have, and you might agree with me that you are starting to become, I think the word is, you feel like your clarity of situations, it's getting more and more precise. I call it crystal clear vision. Third eye open, okay? Third eye open, in other words, is becoming more, having a much more acute sense of your intuition. In some ways, I consider that as crystal vision, meaning whatever you feel people normally would have the wool pulled over their eyes, or like they are navigating a situation, not knowing where to go, what to do, or who is like if there are any obstacles in their path. A lot of people who do not possess this ability or do not hone in on this ability would constantly feel like there's a fog they are walking in. But for you, you are able to navigate the fog. So the interesting thing about people with third eye that are strong and wide open and very, this is like crystal vision almost. I also feel like it is like you are the messenger of Spirit. It's like when Spirit wants you to receive a message, no matter how foggy or hazy the surrounding is, no matter how weird the vibes are or funky the vibes are, no matter how obscure things may seem to be around you, you have that natural ability to just get that message from Spirit and like, this is it, you know, because your intuition is so aligned. And that leads me to saying that this also has a lot to do with having a open crown chakra, because crown is like, imagine, okay, if I can use this analogy. Imagine a wide open crown is like the best performing postal service. It's like, no, maybe postal service is not even the good way to say it. It's like you have the thunderbolt thunderbolt cables to receive in the clearest, most unfiltered, biggest parcel of pure information from whoever, whatever up there. Okay, and it comes in like it's precise, it's fast, it's constructed, it's a good amount of it's a chunky, robust amount of download. Okay, and it comes through a strong thunderbolt cable, and that comes through and into your crown. That's a good crown chakra. That's a good aligned and open crown chakra. And then how does this work to the eye? The eye is when you receive the information, then you can decipher what you received. You can understand what you're seeing. You can connect that to the rest of your psychic faculties to then dispatch this information to whatever requirement, right, revolves around having this information. Okay, so they work hand in hand. Open crown, open eye work hand in hand. And so I'm just saying that your wisdom, you stepping into this place of being the seer and the wise one, is all in alignment. And with such, when you have the ability to be emphatic to the people around you, to know how to provide that concern, that level of help, and then using also the wisdom and the clarity to know exactly what to administer in terms of the help. Okay, this is nothing short of a spiritual doctor, nothing short of a, well, the spiritual doctor is literally what it is, right? And to bring it further, when you're able to give that assistance, how do you give it? Do you give it in a form of just telling them exactly what spirit wants you to say? Then you are a channel, you're a medium, you're a channeler. But you are beyond that. As Hierophant and as high priest here, you are a teacher, right? Spirit is saying, do not forget, you are a teacher. Not only do you help give people the hope to move away from their difficulties, you also teach them how to transmute their energy of whatever difficulty they're going through. And it is in teaching that you do that. You help people eventually be able to make a clear path ahead for themselves and move forward to where they need to go. In many ways, your work as the chosen one here is integral in elevating and helping other chosen ones move on their path. Okay? So I think it's very interesting that Spirit has put it this way. Now, I want to get some Gateway of Light Activation Oracle cards for you to see what else Spirit has to say regarding this ability that you have and the purpose that you're stepping into. Spirit, please, what other guidance do you have for Power 1? A whole lot. Can we have one card at a time, please, Spirit? Just one card at a time, please. Yep. Okay. Okay, fine. If you want to give me two, I'll take that. Okay. Oh, there you go. Right. Okay, yeah, indeed. So they gave this Crystal Skull Wisdom, Clarity, Divine Healing, High Vibrational Energy. Yes, this is the card. Okay. And this really beautiful card here with the amazing artwork. Enna Nuki Light Codes, Energetic Shift, New Information, End of a Cycle. I think this is definitely very aligned with when you help people end a difficult cycle and walk into a new one. Let's see what that means later. I'll read it out from the book. Thoth Light Codes, Light Initiation, Great Teacher Awakening, Divine Magic. See? A lot of you are meant to be teachers. Okay, so I'm going to read that out from the book. 61. Pardon me if I'm a little sniffy. I have sinus, and sinus is the official unsaid born into sickness that most Singaporeans have. All right, never mind. Crystal skull wisdom, clarity, divine healing, high vibrational energy. Crystal skulls are said to have been healing tools and wisdom keepers in the ancient civilizations of Atlantis and Lemuria. Quartz crystal is also known for its capacity to amplify energy and store information. When a crystal is carved into a particular shape, it can bring healing and clarity to what it represents and uncover memories that could be essential to revealing truth. Therefore, skull crystals are powerful healing tools that bring clarity to the mind and healing to the head space. There's a lot here, so maybe I'll pick out what's important. It delivers high vibrational frequencies into our energetic field so that we can experience clear-mindedness. Connect yourself and visualize yourself being transported to the heart of the stars and asked to be connected to the crystal skull consciousness. Take time to breathe and receive a direct message from these crystal beings. As all aspects of your life are becoming clearer at this time, expect to become aware what you need to step away from to have a more focused path. You may have felt indecisive, but now you are downloading direct guidance from the heart of Source so that you can live and express yourself in a more authentic way. So like I mentioned earlier, I think as this is very much aligned to Earth Mother and Seer and how if you have the capacity to love and care, that is already the groundwork. You have it integral as part of your character and your energy. You have this inner strength to support the other people. But with that, you also need clarity. You need clarity and divine wisdom and guidance to help you lead a path. You cannot just people need help and then you just throw yourself at the people who need help. It's also with guidance that you know how to lead and guide others. Now, Anunnaki light codes. Let's see what that one says. Okay. The Anunnaki are a race of cosmic light beings who have been coming to us since ancient times. Okay, there's a whole lot of that. Let's not go into... The divine leader of this incredible race is the goddess Ishtar, a powerful figure similar to the Egyptian god Isis. So, in alignment with the mother figure. And when the Anunnaki appear, it's important to know that they are heavenly allies supporting your healing and ascension. In the distant past, they visited the Atlantean civilization and helped those who are aligned with the spiritual path to ascend to the next dimension so that they could leave the wheel of karma. They acted as divine judges, deciding who could ascend and who had to be left behind for growth of their soul. Connect. Saying Anunnaki 3 times, and I welcome in the presence of the Anunnaki people. Thank you, angelic cosmic beings, for immersing my energy body in the light codes. This message for you is, great change is coming to you, but this can only occur if you're willing to shift your perception. You may be experiencing resistance to change, but please know that this is simply fear of the new, not intuition. If you're wondering what is the best course of action, the Anunnaki are encouraging you to go to the new. Old system, old ways of being, and old ways of doing things must be released if you are to evolve. Change can bring a sense of vulnerability, but will not allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings, gifts, and what is important to you. You are standing at a gateway of pure potential that will be ignited as soon as you move through this necessary change. Be open to new information and new processes. You are part of the new energy upon the earth. Yeah, so I think also a big message from Spirit here is while you are here to help open the eyes, to help lead the path for others who are stepping into their soul path and ascension. You are, let's just say in the ladder of ascension, you are more advanced than the rest, then you can at least, you can lead because you are ahead. But even when you're ahead, you are still on the path of learning yourself. And in many ways, as healers, as light workers, as spiritual workers like ourselves, we often forget that we also have our own problems to navigate. We also have our own challenges and our inability to step forth and accept some of the things we're going through, right? After all, we're every bit as human as everyone else who are human going through the experience here and challenges here, right? So I think this word from Spirit is that while you have your own vulnerabilities as well, you must remember that you have gifts. So if you let go of the old and step into the new, it's easier for you to receive your gifts. Okay, so light quotes. Let's see what this one says. Okay. Okay. Thoth, also known as Tehuti, is the ancient ibis-headed god of writing, divine magic, and the moon. Acknowledged as the sacred scribe who created writing, he is considered to be the great mind behind hieroglyphics and the maintainer of Egyptian universe. So I'm not going to go into too far details about him. More importantly, right, as a master teacher of the stars, he holds space for you to connect with some of your greatest gifts from this lifetime and the many others you have lived. Thoth's primary teaching is spiritual integrity, and he's working alongside a powerful congregation of evolved souls, the ascended Atlanteans, to guide those who are ready to increase their awareness. He specializes in helping those who are finding it difficult to make spiritual progress, to rise above the aspects of their life that are holding them back, and he helps awaken the teacher within. To connect, chant Tehuti 3 times until you feel a shift in the energy around you. Then say, Thoth, great priest king of Atlantis and divine scribe of ancient Egypt, thank you for initiating and awakening the great teacher within me. Your message is, you are blessed to connect with Thoth. You are going through a powerful set of light initiations at this time, and these are preparing you to lead and teach from a powerful space of love. In order to complete the process, there will be a release of old ideas and limiting stories, but this is necessary for you to connect with the true power within you. Don't be concerned by the intensity of the energies that surround you right now. Facing shadow parts of yourself and your story is essential for connecting with divine magic and evolved beings of light that are here to lead the way. If you have any concerns or fears at this time, know that when fear gets loud, it is because you're on the cusp of something extremely powerful. So, last but not least, I think the message from Spirit here is, if you're stepping into the space of becoming a teacher, a guide, or a coach, clearly, integrity is of the utmost. And I think this, I will not go into details, but it's very interesting that this is being brought up. I felt like this message is every bit for the collective of Pawan, as much as it is for me. And I mean, I don't want to make this about me, but I just want to say that I also feel quite touched to be receiving a message like this from Spirit. Just to share with everybody, when I go around choosing piles, if I were watching some others doing their collective reading, pick a pile on tarot on YouTube, I'm always a pile 1. My generic number is 1. So I know very much that this is also a message from Spirit to me. For those who are stepping into the space of becoming a teacher and a guide, very often we struggle with integrity. Not that we do not have it, but we want to maintain it. And you know how maintaining integrity in teaching it's a topic in itself, because the space of spirituality has gotten, as much as consciousness is expanding, and we are stepping into the age of Aquarius, which is wonderful and beautiful, and people's minds are getting more open to receive. But at the same time, because of that, because everything has duality, it balances out. As much as the high vibrational energies are rising and becoming more and more prominent, it also creates the flip side, which is people who are making use of the opportunity for their own gain. And thereby, that's why I say it's a convoluted space. Spirituality and the world of spirituality, when one wants to fully immerse themselves in it, I think we have to have our eyes wide open, have our third eye wide open, our crown chakra wide open, receive from source, maintain integrity and purity, and be true to self. I think the authenticity, let's not forget throat chakra. Our authenticity is also at test here. Okay, so this is the message that Spirit has for you. I hope this resonates for you. If you want to make any comments, please leave it in the comment section and I'll be very happy to hear about it. This is a collective reading. If you're going through right now a personal development in your life to choose the path that you feel is your soul purpose and your soul path, and you want a more personal reading, please go to the description box below and you can book me for a personal reading. Also, please like, follow, and subscribe so that you can receive more of such content to come. Thank you, and I'll see you at the next reading. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you who have chosen the significator card, 10 of Wands. Okay, so in a traditional tarot deck, 10 of Wands is a guy carrying 10 wands, over encumbered, looking down, probably walking towards his home. So 10 of Wands signifies the end of a very challenging period, the end of having put in a lot of work, quite tired, I would say, a little burnout, but definitely not losing the sight that harvest is already made. By the way, the 10 wands is like harvested, but the celebration is on its way to come, after the harvest. So we'll see what Spirit has to say. I'm going to be picking a few cards, seeing how many Spirit's going to give me, to get the general energy and idea of what are the kind of talent, skills, and abilities we're talking about for those who are coming into their calling and walking their purposeful path, right? For these, for you guys in Pile 2. Okay, so Spirit, please show us the different kind of skills, powers, energy, psychic abilities, for those in Pile 2 that you would like me to present and talk about today. What's your message? Oh my. Do we have one more? Do we have one more? Do we? No. Let's see. Right. Okay, let me just show you. First card, Traveler. Move in a new direction. Then Shapeshifter. Transform and unveil your gifts. Very interesting. Magic Guardian. Unlock the magic within. All right, So I will be pulling cards from the traditional Rider-Waite deck to feel more of what's the message that Spirit has for these, and I'll be doing like the full read in a bit. Okay, Spirit, please, what's the message that you have for this pile? What do you want me to know and tell them? What's the clarity that you're bringing to us today? Okay. Oh. Wow, big cards you got there. Oh, so many major arcana cards. Give me a second. Right. So. Okay, so pile 2. Based on what I can see here, Spirit is, I think, for a lot of you, okay, for the majority of you, how this is all working in alignment with the 10 of Wands that you have picked. I think for a lot of you, you have definitely identified some core shadow aspects of yourself, and even the different kind of, let's not even talk about if it's just, we're not attributing like, oh, it has to be just shadow aspects that you have worked on. It could also be a myriad of different kind of challenges in life that you have navigated. Okay, so I'm saying a lot of you, you're not new to knowing how to put up a good fight in life. Okay, I'm not saying that you love to fight, but when we say putting up a good fight in life, is like the universe can just keep throwing challenges at you, and you know how not to quit. And I feel like your energy is really strong when it comes to, the word I'm hearing is tenacity. Spirit is trying to say that you have tenacity. You are your own champion in the making. You are your own hero in the making. And as such, you have also learned how to move from space to space in a very fluid manner. You know how to pivot. Yeah, I think the word I'm so hearing here is that you know how to pivot. Because it's simply the way you have navigated the challenges in your life, right? Some people really receive a lot of help along the way. They know how to reach for help. They know how to, some people, they might be in an environment where they can very easily reach for help from others. But I'm feeling like you are solo. You haven't really been asking for help, but you have done it all on your own. Interestingly, when I talk about pivot, so I'm seeing a whole lot of, not only have you been by yourself, navigating the different challenges, so you are your own MVP, you are your own most valuable player. I'm hearing Spirit is saying, if different challenges require different aspects and different kind of talents and skills and different people to come in to put in like a concerted or team effort to navigate a difficult situation. I feel like Spirit is saying you are actually able to pivot from one to another. Like you have so many different sides of you. You have so many different skills and abilities and talents that you simply know how to shift from one to another whenever the occasion calls for it. You have here the shapeshifter. You can transform yourself. And in such, we have also identified you actually have a very multifaceted repertoire of gifts. Yeah, that's what Spirit is trying to say. Also, interesting, but do you know that you might be one who has yet to discover that you have this very strong and magical aspect of you. Maybe a lot of you think that having the skills to navigate all these different challenges in life is just like, you are tough. You know you're tough, but you do not know that you're magical. So this is what Spirit wants me to tell you, is that not only are you able to pivot, not only are you multifaceted and multi-talented, knowing when to use what kind of gifts to navigate the different challenges, you will one day come into a space whereby this very talent itself is what you can do to bring in the prosperity for yourself. So, as we are in this theme talking about whether you're seeing 1144 or 144, you are one of the chosen ones and you are meant to take on this spiritual path or spiritual calling into your own ascension, and thereby you are every bit a contributing aspect to the ascension and of many others in this collective consciousness expanding. Your prosperity and your abundance in life has a lot to do with the giving and taking of energy in you coming into your own power and magic. I know you might think this is obscure. If I were to simplify it, Spirit is saying, for all the times you have taken yourself out of a difficult situation, when things are so muddy, when things are so confusing, so convoluted, so trapped, right? If there ever you have to, yourself, of course, this is your story. If ever you were in that sort of energy, or if you were in an energy of having to navigate a period of lack, a period of not having support and help, feeling left out, feeling unwanted, feeling uncared for or abandoned, if you ever had to navigate that yourself, you always emerge triumphant and you navigate because you use your skills. You are talented and you have tenacity. That is your skill, that is your magic. You navigated that on your own. You are basically the term survival of the fittest. You are not just the hero and the winner amongst the fittest, and you're not just surviving. You actually know how to survive. Of course, you get out of the difficulty, you survived, but you also know how to thrive after that. You know how to flip it around into an opportunity and then you thrive. So that is the tremendous, beautiful amount of energy that you have. The seed of a light comes from this aspect in you. And if you have not made an actual discovery in this, or you have not yet made an actual acknowledgement that you have this as a skill, but you have been thinking about what's next in life, Spirit is saying, now's the time to walk into your power and truly understand that for all the tough times you've gone through and all the tough things you've taken yourself out of, that in itself is precious. Is such important, precious lessons that you might be able to use that to your advantage. Spirit is saying here extremely specifically, your independence, stability, and abundance in the future comes from fair exchange of your energy with others in the space of this magic that you have. When you give, you will get back. And if you navigating the different challenges of your life has been the main theme that we're talking about here, it could be this very thing that teaches you, that helps you teach this to others. But I don't see here anything about teaching. Okay, yeah, wait, there is. Spirit is saying you can step into a space where you provide guidance and education to those on how to be just like you. So I feel like there is a lot of this motivational, inspirational coach or life transformational coach and mentor sort of role that you might step into. It might even be one very specific aspect, let's say in finance, whether it's investment, property, knowing how to start your own business. It could be anything of that sort, entrepreneurship, startups. It might be those specific areas that I was talking about when I say you have navigated your own challenges with your own talents. It might be in those areas that you build some kind of program that imparts that skill. And in such, of course, that's where you find your prosperity and your happiness and your purpose in life. In many, many ways, your victory in life and the way you choose to turn the wheel, when I say the wheel, I mean the wheel of fortune. The way the wheel of karma, the way the wheel of fortune turns for you in this life based on what you do, supporting the very group, community, and collective that supports you back and cheers you on for your own triumph in life, is the transformational, ascensional work that you're doing here. The purpose and the path. Wow, that was a mouthful. I think it's like Spirit just chuck it all at me and say, there, this is it. I see that as Traveler, I actually see something very interesting when I kept looking at Traveler. They kept pointing my attention to it. I feel like they're saying, not only are you being told now that you need to move into a direction that brings you closer to your purpose, I feel like they're even saying that one day you will be facing an international audience. I don't know why, but the whole aspect of the world is so strong here. I feel like your audience is not limited to the small geographical section you're at right now. Or perhaps you already are connected to some kind of international audience. If that's the case, then good for you. You're on your path, on your way to making this happen. But if you're not, Spirit is encouraging you to allow yourself that expansion in terms of outreach. They're simply saying here, there's a lot for you to gain when you go in that direction of providing your knowledge and sharing with the others, because we're not just talking about gaining in prosperity, but we're also talking about gaining in terms of your soul evolution, your soul's expansion. And let's not forget, I think it's extremely strong. There's a lot of major arcana cards I'm seeing here. They are saying that you are always the one that will be handing, not only did you give yourself always the new opportunity and new hope, you will be the one who can give others that new opportunity and new hope because you're teaching them how it worked for you. It's really like, taking what you went through and packaging it and then teaching it. Whatever you've gone through in your life is nothing short of the testing ground. And on top of that, you have already curated the method on how to get it done right. You try and test it in many ways. Very interesting. Now I'm going to be pulling some cards from the Gateway of Light activation to see what else Spirit has for you in alignment with this message here. Spirit, please share with us what else you want Pile 2 to know about their purposeful paths and their calling and their gifts and skills. What would you like us to know? Whoa. Is this one card or is this two cards? This is two cards. Oh, 4 cards. Okay. That's a lot. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Oh, okay. So, throat chakra is getting strong. I can see here there's a stronger throat chakra and third eye chakra. Seraphim's gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. Is it very bright? It is very bright. Not just because of my light, but I think the card itself has a very bright looking artwork because it's a seraphim showing itself, right? Third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Okay. Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Memories of Atlantis, spiritual acceleration, progress, and technology. Okay, so let's see. There's a lot in this book. I just want to read the very specific parts that pertains to the message that Spirit has for you. Seraphim's gateway. Okay. The seraphim are the highest form of angelic beings who are said to radiate from the heart of Source. They have been described in many different ways through the ages, but what is common is the idea that it is a brilliant light that emanates from them. Okay, I will get to the main part to your message here. You are blessed to receive the light of the seraphim. Know that these beings of infinite light are singing your name in the heavens to unlock the power of your own voice. Angelic support surrounds you at this time. Know that you are safe, for you are being held by the presence of love. The seraphim are witnessing the glory of your being and activating your angelic qualities. You care deeply about the welfare of the planet and all her beings. In fact, you are hoping to make a great difference to the world, and let the reason for this is you are carrying angelic light. Let it shine on the world around you. Yep, so like I said, if you are stepping into the space of becoming a speaker, motivational speaker, or like life transformational speaker, definitely there's a lot of truth that you're speaking about yourself. It takes a lot of courage. Your throat chakra is being activated here with the help of the seraphims. Third eye activation. 1, 5, 6. Right. The third eye or brow chakra is the energy center found in the middle of the forehead between the brows. Often represented as an eye, it governs all aspects of our vision, including dreaming, reading between the lines, visualization, and even having psychic insights. Now, your message from the Spirit. This gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that a great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. If you have an intuition about something, trust that you are seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you have had since childhood is awakening from slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening, and your inner vision is stronger than you can imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what is going on around you with your activated third eye. This gateway is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment and that you are being supported as you develop the source-given gift. Right. Lemurian seed codes. Lemurian seed codes. Okay. Lemuria was a civilization that was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean in ancient times. The inhabitants of this sacred land lived in complete harmony with nature and had a connection with every living being, similar to the movie Avatar. Okay, I will also just get to the message. You are a highly sensitive being. You may feel that this is a curse, but this card is here to let you know that it is a gift. It indicates that you have spent lifetimes upon lifetimes living with a giant shield up to stop the world seeing the real you. But you are a highly unique soul with incredible gifts that are worth sharing. Through embracing your uniqueness, you can help many others embrace their own. This lifetime is a more graceful existence with less defense and more trust. It's not about protecting yourself, but stepping into the space of surrender and revealing your true self. So it might seem like a few of you, I'm starting to sense that Spirit is hinting, a few of you might feel a little bit shying away from coming out to show your truth or speaking your truth. Perhaps in the different challenges and adversities you have navigated through in your life, some left you with a wound or trauma that has to do with being persecuted or being afraid to show you have light. Right? With the Seraphim's Gateway, when there is such a bright light cast by the Seraphim, I think it draws way more attention, the most amount of attention, if anything. But I think this is the encouragement to you to say that if you ever felt like you need to have a shield up against yourself to protect yourself from like the rest of the world seeing you or seeing your truth, now you can let that shield down. You are being protected by angelic beings, you are being protected by cosmic beings, because they know that this is the time you want to step into your path. They want to come and help you. They want to come put you along this path to raise you up so that you can also be a leader to raise the others up, right? If you ever felt vulnerable, always know that you have this team with you. Excuse me. Memories of Atlantis. Okay, I'm going to go to this one. Sorry, I'm really losing my voice. Excuse me. One, 06. Okay. Wait, is that it? No. Okay. Legend has it that Atlantis was an advanced civilization that existed thousands of years ago in the center of the Atlantic Ocean. Its people were highly evolved and had many spiritual gifts. They were telepathic, extremely psychic, and known for their ability to combine the laws of science and spirituality to develop technology to create heaven on earth. Now, you are being transported through a gateway to connect with the ancient Atlantis. Know that by drawing this card today, you are leaving blessings from the Atlantean Council of Light, who are dedicated to the evolution of the soul. You are becoming aware of your gifts, and this is an exciting time for you, but also a time when the energies of your ego can become loud and obnoxious. Know that this gateway is appearing to remind you to stay aligned with the highest good and rooted in the energies of devotion. Then there can be a great coming together of the human and spiritual, and you can live in a more evolved way. I think this is part of the message saying that if you were to step into a place where you become guiding and teaching, it of course requires you to also maintain the understand your ego. You know, for part 1, the ending message is to maintain spiritual integrity. It is actually also interesting that for part 2, the ending message that Spirit has is that you need to understand when you can have your ego trying to take center stage and when you can become obnoxious, if anything, when it comes to sharing your knowledge. There is teaching and then there is enforcing, right? If you want to come into a space of becoming a motivational speaker or somebody who imparts knowledge on a motivational level, while speaking our truth and letting our voice, letting our throat chakra express itself in its best, the flip side of disaligned throat chakra can also be one that is expressed with ego, where it can be boastful, it can be obnoxious, of any sort of that. So I think Spirit is giving a fair warning here, and everybody needs a little bit of that, like tuning into the good things and the bad things. Okay, so this is what I have for you today, and this is the message that Spirit wants you to know. If you have any questions and you would like to share anything, please put in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. Also, this is a collective reading. If there's any parts of this that resonated for you and you would like to hear more, you would like to find out more, you can go to the description box below and find my link for booking a personal reading. Please also follow, like, and subscribe so that you can tune into more of this sort of videos in the future. Thank you for your time, and I will see you at the next one. Bye. Hi Poultry, welcome to your reading. This is for those who have chosen the significator card, Four of Wands. Okay, actually this wand looks like a rune from the Nordic mythology and Nordic witchcraft practice, but I am ashamed to say I do not know which rune that looks like. If anybody knows and you can share with me in the comment section, I'll be very grateful. I know this looks a lot like a rune, okay, but I am not all too familiar. At least I know I've seen it before. I just don't remember the name, but we'll see. It might even show up somewhere in the reading. Okay, I'm going to be picking a few cards depending on how many spirits wants to give me. Sometimes they want to give more. They have been giving a lot. I want to understand the energy, talent, skill, psychic ability, and whatever they want to share with me regarding you coming into your purposeful path and serving your calling. Spirit, please let us know what you want to highlight to us today, what you want to share with Power3 regarding their psychic skills and abilities and calling. Okay. Okay. Very interesting. So beautiful. All right, so you have Air Guardian, shift your perspective. Fox, Spirit Fox, trust your talents in changing times. You have Autumn, release the old and rest. How apt. We are, okay, so I'm in Singapore. We don't have such thing as autumn. It's summer all year round. But I know that, of course, for most of you around the other parts of the world that have seasons, you are now walking into, I mean, except for Oceania, except for Australia, right? actually, for most part of the other countries, you're going through the beginning of autumn right now. So I feel like this is a very apt time for us to see this card, because it says release the old and rest. And Four of Wands, if anything, is a time of stability, a time of happiness, and like this graceful energy of celebrating the bliss of home and rest. And I feel very much in this card is being expressed. We'll see. We'll see how this all comes together. Water Guardians, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. All right. So we have two guardians here. We have Air Guardian and we have Water Guardian. Right. I will be getting cards from the traditional Rider-Waite deck to see what Spirit has to say, to give us more messages. Spirit, what message do you have for those in Pile 3 and with the gifts that are being displayed here? Indeed, a lot of water and a lot of air. What else? Some very, a lot of cards that appeared in Pile 2 and Pile 1 are also repeating here. But then I'm not surprised, because we're talking about a collective of you coming into your purposeful path. I'm sure a lot of you have similar energies, right? So thereby, if you want to cross-watch, please feel free. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay. Spirit, please clarify. What's that? What is this? What's this? What's this? Okay, so let me just have a look at the whole picture here. Do we want to get this? Do we want to know? Let's see what this is. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so I think there is one broad message here for pile number 3. First of all, before I forget, Spirit has just shouted out the message in my head. Do not give up. Do not give up. If you felt recently, if you felt for a while you have been challenged by some conflicting thoughts in your head and not knowing whether what you've been feeling or thinking is true or relevant with regards to your purpose, Spirit is saying you gotta know that you are now moving into a time of, you're definitely moving into a time where you understand your purpose more. In fact, if anything, this reading, hopefully if you're watching this as well, this reading is going to provide you that clarity, because Spirit is showing me here that it's been difficult for you to come into harmony with your higher self. You wanted to reach into that conversation with your higher self to know, like, what am I here for? What am I good at? What am I truly deserving and desiring in this life that will not only help me serve my purpose, but also, of course, put me on that path where I am fulfilling my calling. Maybe those were not the exact words in your head, fulfilling one's calling and things like that, but you definitely have that intention and desire within you. I see that for a lot of you, you try to, you carry a lot of ideas in your head. You bring with you a lot of, well, with the air guardian here and it says shift your perception, let's just say that you perceive a lot of different things that might be conflicting, and it burdens your mind more than it clarifies for you, right? There's more chaotic conversation in your head and less clear conversation in your head. But you were not wrong. It's a conversation between you and your higher self. I think you constantly have those conversations in your head about exactly what am I good at? Am I really strong at this? You might even doubt yourself and your talents. So Spirit is saying you gotta, first of all, first step, you gotta trust your talents. You gotta know that you have talents. Whatever talent you are currently going through, like whatever talent that you have express yourself in this lifetime, whatever things that you do well and makes you happy and you do with ease is nothing short of your natural born gifts, your cosmic given, is your cosmic inheritance, right? Is your universe given gifts. And so it might seem like you've had a back and forth conversation with your higher self, and you are really trying to come into some level of agreement and determination as to what your gifts are. Maybe I will like pull more cards to find it out. But they are showing me in Spirit fox. See, the fox is a very what's the term here? It's a very adaptable creature. Of course, in its best element, given the best conditions, I'm sure a fox has a very preferred route to take every day to catch its prey, has a very preferred prey to eat. So, because it's its favorite meal, has a favorite place to sleep and hide and all that. But while a fox is a predator, it is in itself also a prey to other larger animals in the forest. And a fox is also hunted by humans, considering they love to get livestock. So a fox is a very wily, it's a very wily and adaptable creature. And I think you might be one such person who also, nothing derogatory here, we're just trying to say that just like a fox, you have talents that are being brought out that suits the occasion. I'm not sure why, but okay, and I'm not sure if you watch Harry Potter, and I just want to declare, disclaimer, I am not subscribing to the whole School of Hogwarts style of magic, because that's not actually in alignment with what magic is here. That one is the Hollywood form of magic, and I'm not shitting on it. I love Harry Potter, but I just want to say that there are certain things that are small, extremely small elements of Harry Potter that rings true to actual magic that I practice, but most of it is very Hollywood, okay? But still, I want to talk about Harry Potter because there's this one thing that I actually find very relevant in real day life, which is the room of requirements. In Harry Potter, when they desire something and it's like they send a conversation to the universe, and a room opens up, a room door is made available in a random part of the hall on a wall, and then they enter and it's a room full of random things, but it's called room of requirements because what you require is in there. It's like your arsenal of weapons and skills and things that is needed for you to solve one particular problem that you currently have. And I'm just trying to say that in quantum magic, because there are so many parallels and there are so many different ways we can access our parallels, the room of requirements in our world is accessible through when you made a pure, direct intention and you send that intention and message to the universe to reach into one of your parallels where you can express that talent to come and help solve this current problem. You are calling forth and merging with the energy of that version of you that possesses that talent. You understand what I mean? That is you with the talent that's you with the talent in another parallel because you desire it so badly and you know that you have the ability. It's with the sure knowing that you have the ability to solve the problem. When you have the talent, that you come into alignment and bring forth that ability. It is every bit the work of a magician, is every bit the work of a co-creator and manifester. And a fox is like such, they work around the situation. So I feel like Spirit is trying to say that you have talents of this sort. You navigate, you pivot, you know how to move with the times, you know how to move with difficult, challenging, changing situations. You are not hindered by that because you embody the energy. And on top of that, as air and as water, the two guardians are supporting you. Not only are you able, because as air, you're very cerebral, you probably have a very active thinking mind. You have, you're probably very, fast at calculating how things are done before the body is able to execute it. And then you also have the water aspect, which is you are deeply connected to your emotions and your intuition. So you know how to harmonize those two elements and bring in the part of the magic, part of the synthesizing aspect is that you have the air and the water. Okay, but I think that you might have been challenging yourself a lot in this. If you're a person who thinks a lot, you definitely have a lot of conversations with your higher self. Very often, I'm pretty sure that it happens here. But the whole time you're having that conversation is because you're constantly weighing out what's good, what's not, what can I do, what can I not, things like that. Spirit is saying, now's the season, okay? Now's the season for you to finally put a rest to that struggle. It's time for you in this season to allow that part of your challenging, that challenging part of your spiritual growth take a gentler approach. Flow and rest in this month, okay? Autumn, again, I think it's a season. Let's not say month. I think it's a season. In this season, Spirit wants you to flow with the gentle and graceful energies that the universe is providing you with. And you should focus on what fills your heart with happiness. If choosing has always been difficult for you, because if you're rationalizing it too much in the brain, then let your heart take center stage. And always remember making choices based on what fills your cup, what fulfills you. Because that is the way forward. That is the way forward for you to come into a space of growth, abundance, and stepping into new frontiers beyond the current chapter of your spiritual growth. Spirit is showing me here that there is a lot to explore. You know that. Actually, you know that. It's just that you have been behind the walls, waiting to go. And before you feel like you can go, it's all in your head again. You're thinking, what do I have? What do I not have? What can I do? What can I not do? What if I know too little of this? What am I not prepared about? Like you constantly ping pong in your head about, and then you can't go. It impedes your movement. You cannot move. But once you clear that noise and you allow your heart to come out to express the fullest intention of what makes you happy, you can then start making a move. But of course, Spirit is not saying right now, go, right? No. Spirit is saying no, don't go yet. Take this season to rest and release whatever the old narrative or the old way of thinking that's in your head. Release. Be graceful on yourself. Take some break. And maintain your foundations and stability. Let's not forget your significator card is 4 of Wands. You want to build the foundation of your understanding before you get fully inspired to charge towards where you want to go to and explore the new frontier. you need to have your baggage ready. You need to have your resources packed, right? If you want to have a caravan and like go forth, you still have to make sure you pack the right things and resources and you're equipped with the right skills. And that's your foundation. So take this time to understand your foundations. Take this time to understand what you have that you can ever more grow, because it's growing from a place of your heart. And with that, you will be able to set forth and open new opportunities for yourself. Your future stability and abundance relies on this. Relies on how you navigate this period of stepping into your purpose. It is I would say, if anything, it's a very, very, it's like the chapter 1 of this entire purpose path journey. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to draw more cards from this Gateway of Light Activation Oracle and see what other messages Spirit has for you. Spirit, please, what other messages you have for Pile 3 with regards to this, that purposeful path and the message here. Okay, there's 2 cards here. Okay. So you have Akashic records, clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. So a lot of the things that you've been bouncing back and forth in your mind about holding back and doubting yourself and all that, it might be all tied down to also a series of energetic patterns that you brought with you through past lives. Discovering more in your Akashic records might be helpful. So honestly, if you want to know more about your past lives, you can also go to my link in the description box below. I do have Akashic records reading done specifically for past lives. Now, ancestral realm, karmic release, healing the lineage boundaries. Again, this is a lot about ancestral past lives and karmic related matters that might be energy that is holding you back from moving forward in this spiritual growth. Angelic frequency. Angels are here. You are safe. Potent connection. So just so you know, you also have a team of angels protecting you. Now I'm gonna look in the book and see what is the direct message. Let's see. Right. Akasha is a Sanskrit word that means ether or sky base, and is, as explained above, the Akashic records are a compendium of universal events, experiences, and lifetimes held in the spiritual realms. Now there's a whole lot. I'm just going to read you the direct message. When you draw this card, the universe is releasing you from the past experiences. These can be soul-based memories, fears from previous lifetimes, or older aspects of this current lifetime that you have moved on from. Know that this is the time to reclaim your freedom and rewrite your story. You can do this by following through on your dreams. Gone are the days of fear-based indecision. This is the time you rise up to claim your truth. If you are sitting on a dream or are feeling called to move in a particular direction, it's because you have unearthed an important soul lesson, and it is essential for you to follow that call or to clear unwanted energies of your past. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled into expecting the worst outcomes possible. Know that this expectation is not your truth, but old energy being released from the energy body. Call in angels to shine the light on any repressed fears, energies, or stories that are no longer serving you. It's time to fly high in freedom. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Very, very apt message for this time. Ancestral realm. Let's see. In every incarnation, we have been blessed to be a part of a lineage that helps us live our life and embark on learning experiences. Your message. This card initiates healing on all levels, but particularly on the family line. There may be some ideas and beliefs in your family that you will find limiting or negative. Know that they need not be your truth. You have the opportunity to go beyond your challenging energies of your family lineage. If you are in a particularly challenging time or facing energies that are harsh and even overwhelming, the energy of your ancestors is with you now. They are here to hold a sacred and safe space so that you can rest. Your ancestors are surrounding you now. They are here to seek forgiveness for any harmful decisions that they have made without full awareness and for any negative effects those that are having on you now. Wait, let's see what else. If you have found that a particular family member has been difficult or a relationship has been negatively impacted because of situations or ideas that stem from the past, know that a great cleansing is taking place at this time. The ointment for the wound is the energy of forgiveness. This isn't without accepting what happened as fine, but realizing that the energies of the past no longer govern your present. It's about choosing to create your own happiness and live from your own heart. Keep your boundaries strong, but be open to carving out a new path. There's a lot of releasing the old and embracing and taking a break from whatever has been burdening you. So I think this is a very strong theme here. Spirit saying that part of the reason why you're all in the head back and forth about determining what's your move, it's not that you are without magic and that you are without talent. It's all there, but you are unable to come into it and embrace that because you've been held back by a lot of old set of beliefs. And of course, this kind of old beliefs could be accumulated and given to you through what exists in your life this round, or even past lives. So just so you know, it's really a time for you to let go of all that and move forward to the next phase. Now, the angelic frequency, with the angels being here for you, the angelic frequency is the energy of the angels and the angelic kingdom, which is aligned to service, devotion, authenticity, and love. When this frequency comes to us, it is because the gateway of our heart has aligned with it. We've essentially become an angel upon the earth. Your message. Angels are drawing close at this time, so be open to signs and synchronicities to confirm this. It's important for you to know that through your actions, choices, and service, you have upgraded your spiritual connection and your frequency rejoice. For you may have been rewarded with abundance and blessings at this time. And you have been making choices that are not just for your own greater good, but for that of all those around you. Your guardian angel is now with you, helping you remember your infinite power and potential. Reach for the stars and trust that all the efforts you have been making, both internally and externally, will bring blessings and opportunities. The path you are on is aligned to your highest good, and the support you need is here for you. You are cherished by angels. Okay. So, Poultry, this is the message that Spirit has for you. I hope it resonates. And if there's any part that you find you want to share with me, please leave in the comment section below. And because this is a collective reading, I'm sure there are parts, if you find that it does resonate and you want something more personal to go into a deeper discovery, please go to the comment section, the description section below, find my link, and you can book me for a personal reading. In fact, with the Akashic Records here, you probably also want to consider the Akashic Records reading for past lives. And please like, follow, and subscribe if you'd like to receive more of this sort of videos in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye!